Coming up on the Empowered Woman podcast.
As I said, I'm in a networking group with Marta. I'm also a part of my local Chamber of Commerce. When my Chamber of Commerce has asked me to present or show up on a panel, I do these things because every chance to get up and talk in front of people helps them to know me and start to trust me.
Welcome to the Empowered Woman podcast, the #1 show on visibility strategies for women entrepreneurs. If you want to get empowered to be seen, stand out on social media, stages, TV, and more to make an impact with your voice and business, you're in the right place. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Marta Spirk, and I'm your host, professional singer and visibility strategist. Welcome again, and let's dive into today's episode.
Welcome to the Empowered Woman podcast. I'm not Marta Spirk, but you are in the right place. I'm Emily Garcia, and Marta invited me to do a podcast takeover. Today, I am going to be sharing my top 3 tips for authentic connection as a marketing strategy. But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I own a successful counseling practice named Tribe Mind Body Wellness. It is located in the suburbs of Denver in Colorado. I have a large team and 2 locations. It's something I'm really proud of. I'm also the co-host of a podcast called Soul Stirred, Stories of Growth and the Human Experience. There are so many things that are wonderful in my life, but I didn't start here. So let me take you back. I grew up in a home where we struggled financially. There were times in my childhood when we didn't know if we would have money to buy food, and we didn't know if we would be able to pay to keep a roof over our head. There was a lot of struggle and a lot of pain. When I was 15, I also disclosed abuse by my stepfather. Police and the courts got involved, and we went through a long trial and court process. Eventually, he was sentenced and went to prison. But when I made the disclosure, there were many things in my life that shifted and changed. At the time, I never could have imagined that I would live a successful life. I was scared, I was sad, and my family was torn apart. I was court-ordered to go to therapy, and my first experience with therapy changed my life. My therapist was named Fran, and Fran helped me to see my life in a different way. She helped me so much that I said, when I grow up, I want to do what Fran does. I want to help people. Fortunately, I had the support of Fran and amazing family members and other mentors who showed up in my life. I was able to go to college and go to grad school and become a therapist. I worked in community mental health in Denver for 11 years and did some other things as well that really helped to grow me in my profession. But there came a time when it was the right timing for me to step out and open my own business. I'm sure that many of you can relate to the fear that comes with opening your own business. There are many things that you don't know, you can't predict. There's a lot of risk because you don't know if you're going to have a steady paycheck or benefits. But with the support of my husband and actually him encouraging me to do it, I took the leap. I left my W-2 job and I started Tribe Mind Body Wellness. When I started off, I didn't think I was going to have a team. I didn't know that I was going to do anything other than working with my clients individually in therapy. And how wrong I was. Over time, I have grown. I now have a big team that works with children and teens and adults and couples. I provide corporate workshops. I provide wellness retreats. I am a public speaker, and as I mentioned, I'm the co-host of the Soul Stirred podcast. So let me share with you how I know Marta. I met Marta a couple of years ago through She Leads Group, which is a local leads and networking group that I'm a part of. The first time I saw Marta, she was the MC for one of our group's major events, and I was so impressed by her. Shortly after that, I had asked the founder of She Leads Group if I could start my own chapter in Arvada, Colorado. Fortunately, she gave me the go-ahead and I started a chapter, and then Marta joined my chapter, and I was so excited. Together, we are the two officers of our chapter, and I've gotten to know Marta really well, and I have gotten to see all of the things that she does to be visible and create success for herself. In our meetings for She Leads Group, we are often invited to get up and talk about ourselves personally and professionally, and we have the opportunity to provide trainings. During one of the trainings, Marta presented and talked about all of the things that she does to help her clients, and that was the day when I said, I want to work with her. So I hired Marta to provide her speaking VIP day for me. And what that means is that she helps the person who hires her to fine-tune the pillars of what they speak about. I had all these ideas in my mind and I knew what I liked to talk about, but I didn't have a good way of marketing it and putting it into bullet points that really made sense. But she took the words that I already use in my business and helped me to use those words in my marketing. She helped me to create a one sheet, to update my keynote speaking page on my website. She helped me with how to talk to people about what I do, my pricing strategies, and all of these things helped me to get myself out there and be more visible, which is Marta's main thing that she does. Then, as soon as we finished, a week later, I was hired to provide a speech. It worked.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Would you like to be my next guest on the Empowered Woman podcast? Do you have a story you'd like to share? Want more visibility for your business on a show ranked in the top 0.5% in the world? Well, then head on over to martaspirk.com/podcast guest for more information.
So I am here today to tell you that not only does what Marta provides through the work that she does with her clients work if you follow through, but I have my own things that I have done that have helped to grow my business, and Marta is one of those pieces. Today, I'm going to talk to you about authentic connections as a marketing strategy, how sharing your story builds trust and lasting relationships. So I have 3 tips for you today, and I will go into them. 1, lead with vulnerability to build trust. 2, leverage multiple touch points to stay top of mind. And 3, collaborate instead of compete. Let me go into number 1, lead with vulnerability to build trust. Creating long-term relationships has been one of the best marketing strategies for me. I really believe that the relationships we build with people help them to know who you are, and then whether they sign up to work with you or buy your product or they refer someone to you, they can feel confident in making that decision. Because I lead with vulnerability, I share my personal struggles. I want people to know that no matter who you're looking at, no one has a perfect life. People have had to go through things in order to get to where they are. And people who know me know that they can feel seen, and then they feel safe to open up. I do this. I share my struggles through all of the different things that I do, whether I'm public speaking or just writing a newsletter or posting on social media or talking on my podcast. But doing these things and getting yourself out there over and over shows your human side and can help to foster the know, like, trust factor more quickly. I'm vulnerable about my life and the pain and the growth that I have had because I want people to see that you don't start on top. You just have to keep showing up over and over and over. Number 2, leverage multiple touch points to stay top of mind. Visibility is not one-dimensional. Using platforms like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Reels, while also networking in person, while writing newsletters, while doing anything you can do to get in front of people, is all of these things are touch points that help people to remember you. Every interaction that you have with people, whether it's online or in person, is a chance for you to create lasting impressions and relationships. And no matter who you're in front of, it doesn't matter what their title is, relationships are important. And sometimes the people who you maybe have thought, oh, I don't know if that person has anything to provide for me or that they would want anything from me, those can be amazing referrals. So treat everyone like they are someone important. Do things like attend networking groups. As I said, I'm in a networking group with Marta. I'm also a part of my local Chamber of Commerce. When my Chamber of Commerce has asked me to present or show up on a panel, I do these things because every chance to get up and talk in front of people helps them to know me and start to trust me. Number 3, collaborate instead of compete. There is enough to go around. I know that there are times when it can feel like there's not enough and other people are going to take that referral from you, or maybe someone else can do it better and you don't know what to do about that. But you have your own unique way of doing things. I'm a therapist and I am out there and I'm doing something that there are millions of other therapists doing, but I have my own unique way. So collaborating with other professionals who do the same thing or something similar helps to build community and it expands your reach. And I'll tell you that I have had the experience of getting some of my best referrals from fellow therapists. And I have also sent amazing referrals to other therapists because I'm not always the right fit for people. I want potential clients to get the services that they need in the best way possible, because these partnerships show our clients that we care about their success, not just our own. So again, the 3 tips are: lead with vulnerability to build trust, leverage multiple touch points to stay top of mind, and collaborate instead of compete. So remember these things when you are thinking about how you're going to build connections. If you are interested in learning any more about me or about my team, if you're in Colorado, you can reach out to us through our website, tribemindbody.com. And through our website, you can see what all of our therapists do and see their calendars to book a free consultation. No matter where you are, Colorado or elsewhere, please tune in to our podcast, Soul Stirred, Stories of Growth and the Human Experience, to hear incredible stories of transformation from me, from my co-host Casey, and from our guests, including Marta. She was a guest. Thank you for joining me today. It has been such a pleasure.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope this episode empowered you. And if you enjoyed the show, please join the Empowered Woman community on Facebook and share with friends or leave a review on iTunes so more people can discover this empowering message. Until next time, bye.